Hey, what's going on? It's Eddie for Watch Before You Buy, and today we are looking at the new Mi Band 6. It's a good basic fitness tracker, and modern features like blood oxygen tracking and a bigger AMOLED display help make the sub -$50 price tag even more enticing. Xiaomi's Mi Band is undeniably one of the most popular wearables across the world. It's small, lightweight, and super cheap, yet it aims to do a ton of stuff. Join me while I do a deep dive into the Mi Band 6. Today is 25th August 2021 and the price of the Mi Band 6 is $45. The fitness tracker comes in a black color only. Straps of other colors must be purchased separately. This is how the box looks like, and in the box beside the fitness tracker you will find the charging cable and quick start guide. The watch has 1.56-inch AMOLED touch color display with resolution of 486 x 152 with 326 pixels per inch. The body is made out of plastic, and on the other side we have an optical sensor and magnetic charging port. The strap is made out of silicon and its width is 16 mm. The strap can be easily exchanged thanks to the quick release mechanism. According to the documentation, you will get 14 days of battery life on normal use and 19 days battery life on power saving mode. Charging time takes about 2 hours. To see the watch face, turn the wrist, or you can also tap on the screen. An option to tap on the screen to see the watch face can be changed to swipe up. Once in the app, swiping right will take you one step backwards. When you turn the wrist or tap on the screen, the watch face will stay visible for 5 seconds. This can be increased up to 10 seconds. Also, Mi Band allows you to disable lift wrist to see feature. By default, it's disabled in period from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. This can be changed, and it's useful to have when trying to fall asleep. You don't want your Mi Band lighting up. This is how the default watch face looks like. While on the watch face, pressing and holding the screen will take you to the watch face menu, where you can choose one out of 3 default watch faces, while in the app you can choose from more than 60. Tap on the cog icon to customize the parts of the watch face. Now let's check the list of all apps available. To do that, while on the watch face, swipe up. The first thing on the list is status, which holds the data for the distance, calories, and idle alerts for the last 7 days. The next thing on the list is PAI, which stands for Personal Activity Intelligence. This is a personal psychological activity monitor. The PAI index is based on your heart rate data and daily activity intensity. Below that we have the heart rate app, which allows you to measure your heart rate. The next app measures your blood oxygen level. Below that we have the sleep app, which gives you some basic data on how long did you sleep last night, when did you fall asleep and woke up, and also it gives you your sleep hours for the last 7 days. More details on sleep data you can see only with the app. The next app on the list holds your missed calls and message notifications. This is how it looks when someone calls you. You have an option to end or silence the call. This is how it looks when you get your notifications. A cool thing about Mi Band 6 notifications is that you can silence them during the night. By default, Mi Band will not vibrate on notifications from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. This can be changed in the settings. Next up on the list is workout. Here we have 30 fitness modes. This is how the running mode looks like. You can swipe left to go to the music controller and swipe right to pause or end the workout. The next app on the list is the workout history, where you can see the list of all of your workouts. Then we have a stress measurement app, which gives you a simplistic but clear representation of your stress level. Next app is called breathing, which gives you 1-minute guided breathing exercise. Below that is the events app, which is a reminder app. The reminders can be set only with the app. The watch will vibrate and show you the reminder message. The next app on the list is the alarm. Here you can add, edit, and remove your alarms. You can set up to 10 alarms. Below alarm is the weather app, which shows you the weather for today and the last 4 days. The next app is the wall clock, where you can see the time in the different time zones. Below that is the settings, but before we go there, we have more apps in here. The first app on the list is the flashlight. I use this app a lot when I wake up early at night and need to go to the bathroom, as it will give you enough of light for you to easily navigate through your apartment, but it will not create too much light to wake you up completely. The next app on the list is Pomodoro Counter. This counter is useful when you're studying, as it will disable all app notifications until the counter is done. Below the counter we have the camera app, which can be used to take photos with your phone. If you're in the visibility line with your phone, you can take photos in range up to 10 meters or 32 feet with the front or the back camera. The next app on the list is the counter, and this is how it looks like. Below that we have the timer. When the timer is done, the watch will vibrate. Then we have Find My Phone feature. It will make your phone ring for 12 seconds or until you silence it. And the last thing on the list here is an option to silence alarms. As you can see, Mi Band 6 has a crazy amount of apps, but the coolest thing about the app list is that it is completely customizable. By default, status is the first app on the list, but I can reorder the list so notifications are on the first place now. You can also add some of the apps from the More list to the main list. I have added the timer to the second place in the main app list. While on the watch face, you can also swipe left or right, which will show you the shortcut apps. By default, swiping left will take you to the music controller, while swiping right will take you to the weather app. These app shortcuts can be removed or replaced with any other app. And with this, we are done with all the apps. Now let's check some important features which are not yet mentioned from the settings. Here we have a DND, which stands for Don't Disturb, and it will silence your notifications. Then we have the 5 level of brightness, lock the screen, which is useful when you're taking a shower and you don't want the water drops to change something in the settings. Then we have detect activity, where your Mi Band will automatically detect activities like running or swimming and suggest them to you. And beside the reboot and factory reset, I have already mentioned all the setting features. So with this we are pretty much done with the Mi Band. Now let's do a quick check of the app. Mi Band 6 is using Mi Fit Companion app, which primarily holds all of your Mi Band data. But it also offers you some features which can't be used only with the Mi Band. One of those features is Band Lock, which will lock your Mi Band every time you take it off the hand and ask for the password to unlock it. And few other things we have here are unlock your phone screen with the band, improve your health monitoring, and change the language. And with this, I think I have covered all the apps and important features of Mi Band 6. Now the only thing left is to do some testing. The first test is Raise to Wake feature. This test demonstrates the speed of your hand movement detection. This feature is quite good, even though sometimes there can be a little bit of delay. The second test demonstrates the touchscreen responsiveness. Personally, I didn't see any problems here. Transitions are quite smooth. When it comes to Find My Phone feature, what I found is that if your phone is in the visibility line, you can detect it easily from the distance of 30 feet or 10 meters. I've also managed to detect my phone in another room through a thin wall. The next test I did is an alarm vibration test. I wanted to see if the Mi Band vibration is strong enough to kick you out of the sleep. And what I found is that the vibration is quite strong, and I believe that it will successfully wake you up. But of course this test is subjective, so I would emphasize that you set your important alarms with the phone and not rely only on the Mi Band. Now when it comes to the step counter, I did 3 tests. The first one was for 100 steps, and the watch recorded 101 step. In the second test, I did 500 steps, and the watch recorded 505 steps. While in the third test, I did 1000 steps, where the watch recorded 995 steps. The next test I did is the battery test. I wanted to see if the battery can really last for 14 days, and the answer is yes, it can. But there is a catch. First day, I tested the battery with only one reminder, also with stand-up reminders and notifications for missed calls and messages. I recorded the battery level in the morning and before the sleep, but also next day in the morning again to see how much did I spend during the night. And the results have really surprised me. I had spent 3% during the night and 15% during the day, which gives you 1 week of battery life, not 2. So what's the catch? Well, to get 2 weeks of battery life, you have to turn off the Bluetooth. So you have a choice. If your Bluetooth is off, you will not be able to get your notifications, nor will you be able to use Find My Phone feature. If you turn it on, you'll be able to use all the features, but you'll get only 1 week of battery life. Mi Band 6 has 5 ATM waterproof rating. 5 ATM water resistance means that the watch should withstand pressure equivalent to the depth of 50 meters. And it's suitable for splashes, rain or snow, showering and swimming. According to the documentation, you should not wear the Mi Band in hot showers, saunas or diving. In the next 2 tests, I will be testing the health measurement apps. It's important to mention here that all health measurement apps are not medically approved, yet they are there only for the reference. To test the heart rate app, I'll be using the pulse oximeter. I did 7 different tests in the span of few days, and here are my results. 5 out of 7 measurements were correct. In the next test, I'm testing blood oxygen level. I did 3 different tests, and here are my results. 1 out of 3 tests was correct. And with this, I'm done with all of my tests. If you choose to buy this product, I'm going to leave a link for the setup tutorial video where I'll explain how to set up the Mi Band 6, but also how to set up things like notifications, reorder app list, add a screen lock, and more. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please consider subscribing and catch you guys later.